Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Illuminating Zone. This is Namrata, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about something which is a process that we all go through without our awareness. So today's video is based upon 5 stages of grief. We all experience some sort of loss at different point of times in our lives. And last year, 2020, has been a year which signifies a great loss. It could be loss of loved ones, job, and all the different situations that everyone went through. So the 5 stages of grief largely revolve around different scenarios that we might experience in our lives. It could range from losing a loved one, or going through the phase of separation or divorce, or having or experiencing a breakup in a relationship, or not clearing a particular examination, or whatsoever that would be going on in an individual's life. So these 5 stages are different emotional states that we may experience. 2 things to note over here is everyone will not experience these emotional stages or these emotional transitions in the same linear order. Okay, so I'll be explaining this little bit in depth once I'm done with the stages. And the second one is not everyone will be experiencing all of these stages. Few of you all can just experience the first stage or the last stage, or few of you all can first experience the third stage followed by the first one and then the last one. So the very first stage of grief is denial. Denial is a kind of a psychological mechanism wherein we cannot accept that this is an event which has occurred in our lives. So for instance, if you lose a close family member whom you are very much attached to, so for instance a parent, your mind will not immediately be able to accept the fact that yes, you have lost your parent. So for instance, if a child loses a parent in their early childhood days, they might still have belief systems like magically their parents will appear back in their lives and something is going to happen and the parent that they have lost will come back. Similarly, if we look at it from a relationship perspective, if you are going through a tough phase in a relationship with your partner, and if a partner says that, look, I want to separate from you, I cannot continue this relationship with you. So the very first mechanism that your mind will put into action is, oh, this is something which cannot happen. Maybe this person is really pissed, irritated, annoyed, and she or he will come back to me. As time passes, this will automatically resolve. So we as individuals tend to stay in this stage for a while, followed by denial. The next stage is anger. So this is the time wherein your mind is now in a state it is unable to understand or even accept that this particular loss has occurred. So in the instance of a relationship, the partner might experience, how the hell can this person leave me? How could this person be so selfish? This is something that I do not deserve at all. And the extreme mood ranges will be of anger, frustration, rage. The anger could be directed either towards self or towards other people as well in certain rare situations. Next stage that people experience in the stages of grief is bargaining. So this is the time of internal settlement. So slightly there is you can say a ray of hope or a slight acceptance. Okay, this event has happened, this situation has now occurred. What can be done to fix it? So in the instance of a relationship, the partner would probably behave in a way like getting in touch with the partner who has broken the relationship and have instances like, okay, I know this is where I was wrong, I'm sorry for this, let's work upon this and settle it out together. So now the person wants to bargain and behave in a way which will probably bring the relationship back. Similarly, from a different perspective of our life situations, many a times indirectly we indulge into this bargaining phase with God. Like a person if is going through a chronic illness, so they might have these internal commitments with God. Okay, at least let me live to see the wedding of my children, or at least give me the time which will help me to accomplish this particular thing that I've always dreamt of, or so on. So bargaining signifies partial, or you can also see it as the onset of acceptance. That yes, the loss has occurred, but is there anything that I can tweak around to prolong the negative emotional experiences attached with the loss? So the next stage of grief is depression. So depression is a negative emotional state wherein an individual experiences immense sadness. There could also be chances of lack of optimism, withdrawal from the daily life activities, feelings of hopelessness, and if the extreme amount of experience of sadness is minimum, there would be some feelings of being helpless, and there would be slightest motivation internally to still get up and follow with the normal routine. Otherwise, if we look at this state, it signifies that now the person is actually grieving for the loss. An individual over here understands that the loss has happened. So experiencing loss also signifies how an individual is now adapting and coping with the changes, and how he or she is trying to deal with this change of loss. So for instance, if a child has lost a parent, sooner or later this sadness has to emerge. The feelings and thoughts of living the rest of the life without having a parent next to you or around you is something that will consistently create these feelings, these emotions of sadness. But this is not the end of it. This is again just a phase which will go on for a while, followed by the next stage of acceptance. So acceptance is when the person is fully aware, has realized, okay, this is the loss, this is the problem, this is something that has happened with me in my life, but it's time to move on. This is the time when we as individuals gather all our positivity, we accept the realities that we are living in, and we understand that life is a journey, it is a process, nothing will stay with us forever, and things will just come and go. Be it relationships, lives of your loved ones, your job, partner, or whatsoever it is. Loss is an integral part of our daily lives. So the sooner an individual tries to accept and have a realistic perspective towards the kind of losses which he or she is experiencing, the easier will be the process of dealing with the loss. So as I mentioned earlier, it is not necessary that all of you all will go through all of these 5 stages in the same order. An individual can initially experience more of depression, followed with feelings of anger. Also, one more thing to note over here is there is no time frame. So it is not like that first 1 month you will be in denial, then 2 months in anger, and 10 months in depression, and 4 months in acceptance. The time range for these stages also depends upon how the person is coping up with the emotions and the changes that have occurred with the loss. So I hope this video has given you some insight into how we as individuals go through different emotional states when we are experiencing loss. If possible, I would suggest think of any given event in your life wherein you have experienced loss and see how have you responded in those situations. If you feel that subconsciously or unconsciously you are stuck at either of these stages, I would want you to reflect back and move on to the stage of acceptance. because acceptance is very, very important. So I hope this information helps you to move a step further in your emotional understanding and clarity. Thank you. Keep watching The Illuminating Soul.